Have you ever stood at the edge of a vast ocean, feeling the waves pull you towards a horizon you can't see but can only imagine? As you gaze into the endless blue, does it whisper to you a question you cannot escape? Am I free, or is this journey already written for me? The ocean's pull is both mysterious and familiar, much like the forces that guide our lives. Time, that constant flow, seems to dictate our every move, yet we feel the power of choice in our hearts. Are we truly the masters of our fate, or are we simply the passengers on a boat already set for a destination beyond our understanding? These questions have been pondered by mystics and philosophers for centuries, but none have offered a clearer answer than the great Sufi poet Jalal al-Din Rumi. Rumi's words are like the tides themselves, deep, ever-changing, and full of timeless wisdom. He invites us to see time not as a rigid, linear progression, but as something far more expansive, a veil that obscures the true nature of our existence. Time is a veil, a curtain between the soul and the eternal, he says. The moments we experience are fleeting, yet they hold within them the echoes of the infinite. What we perceive as a single moment is, in fact, a portal to all of existence, a snapshot of eternity moving in and out of our awareness. When we look at time, we see a river that never stops, always flowing in one direction. But Rumi warns, you are not the river, you are the one who watches it flow. We are not trapped in time's current, we are the witness of it. It is not we who move through time, it is time that moves through us. The ticking clock does not shape us, rather we shape the meaning we derive from each second. The more we let go of our attachment to its passing, the more we begin to understand the deeper flow beneath the surface. In Rumi's view, time is a teacher, not an adversary. It teaches us about change, about impermanence, and about the ultimate return to the One. Rumi teaches us that time is not just the linear march from past to future. It is cyclical and eternal. He often speaks of the cycle of life as a journey in which we must move beyond our limited perceptions and merge with the infinite. You are born with wings, why prefer to crawl through life? He asks. Time is the vehicle that carries us to our true selves. If only we can understand its rhythms and the divine plan that orchestrates it all. The moments that seem insignificant are often the ones that hold the most profound lessons. Rumi believed that every moment is imbued with divine wisdom, waiting to be revealed to those who are awake to its presence. The soul is the light of the universe. Destiny is the path it takes to return to itself. Destiny in Rumi's teachings is not a predetermined road we must blindly follow, but a journey by which the soul learns to return to its source, to that original state of divine unity from which it came. We are not victims of fate, but rather co-creators of it, participating in the unfolding of our own stories. When we surrender to the flow of life, Rumi says, we are not giving up our freedom. We are aligning with a divine plan that transcends the limitations of our earthly understanding. It is not that we do not have choice, but rather our choices are woven into the larger tapestry of existence, where each thread is necessary for the whole to unfold. Rumi often speaks of fate as the movement of the divine. You may not see it, but every leaf that falls is a divine command, he reminds us. We are all interconnected in the web of existence, and each choice, no matter how small, is a thread in the grand design. Every decision we make, every action we take, is part of the great cosmic dance. To struggle against this flow is to resist the very forces that are shaping us into who we are meant to be. The moment we stop resisting, Rumi says, is the moment we begin to align ourselves with the truth of who we truly are. But Rumi does not see fate as something predestined, as a rigid plan that we must follow. He invites us to explore fate as a dance, fluid, ever-changing, and full of possibility. You were born with a purpose, and the universe will guide you to it. This purpose is not written in stone but revealed through our choices, our actions, and our willingness to surrender to the divine. As we face life's challenges, we must realize that every difficulty and obstacle is part of this divine dance, a necessary step in our evolution. The struggles we face are not signs of failure or misfortune. They are the opportunities our soul needs to grow. In every moment, we are given the choice to either resist the divine flow or to surrender to it. When we surrender, we become attuned to the rhythms of the universe, and we begin to move with its flow rather than against it. In our everyday lives, we face choices, simple ones like what to eat and profound ones like whom to love. Rumi beautifully captures this paradox, saying, "The heart has 1,000 choices, but the soul chooses one. The mind, with its endless desires, offers us many paths, but the soul, that inner spark of divinity, only walks the one true path." The mind can be a labyrinth of desires and distractions, but the soul always points to the same truth, the truth of love, of unity, and of divine connection. How can we reconcile this freedom of choice with the pull of destiny? Rumi offers a simple yet powerful answer. When you are in the moment, time and choice are no longer separate. They become one, and the truth reveals itself in your heart. In the stillness of the present moment, there is no conflict. Time and choice dissolve, leaving only the truth of the heart. When we surrender to the present moment, we begin to see that all choices, all decisions, are part of a larger plan, a plan that we can only fully understand when we are aligned with our true self. When we experience the fullness of the present moment, we find that there is no need for regret over past choices or worry about future ones. Everything we need is here, in the now. And within this now, our choices become sacred. Rumi reminds us, don't grieve. Anything you lose comes round in new form. This is the beauty of life. No matter what happens, the soul's journey continues. What appears to be a loss is simply part of the unfolding story, leading us ever closer to the divine. The choices we make are not random. They are expressions of the divine will that moves through us. Rumi's words invite us to trust in the unfolding of our lives. You may not know it now, but everything you need to become who you are meant to be is already within you. We are not separate from the divine plan. We are part of it, and every choice we make is an act of co-creation with the divine. Does this mean we have no control over our lives? Far from it. Rumi is adamant that we are not mere puppets. He encourages us to actively engage with life's challenges, to make choices that reflect our higher purpose. But he also cautions, the will of the ego is a veil. The will of the soul is the light that guides you. Our free will is not meant to serve the fleeting desires of the self, but to align with the divine will that moves through us. The ego, with its endless wants and attachments, often leads us astray. But the soul, with its eternal wisdom, always knows the path. We often struggle with the choices that seem to be in opposition to our desires. The ego wants one thing, and the soul calls for another. Rumi's wisdom is clear. The heart knows what the ego does not. When we listen to the heart, we begin to make choices that align with our deeper purpose, even if they seem difficult or uncertain. Rumi teaches that the struggle is not against fate, but against the self. The wound is the place where the light enters you. The more we resist the ego, the more we open ourselves to the light of truth. Free will, in Rumi's vision, is the ability to choose the higher path, the path of the soul, not the desires of the fleeting self. And yet, there is surrender. Rumi's mysticism teaches that true freedom lies in surrendering to the divine plan. Let yourself be silently drawn by the strange pull of what you really love. It will not lead you astray. Surrender is not the absence of choice. It is the realization that there is a larger force at play, a force that we can either resist or embrace. Surrender is not defeat. It is the recognition of our oneness with the universe, a oneness that transcends the individual will. In moments of confusion and uncertainty, we must remember, don't grieve. Anything you lose comes round in new form. time, fate, and choice are not enemies, but rather allies in the journey of becoming. Every loss, every challenge, every mistake is simply another step towards the fulfillment of our divine purpose. When we surrender to the divine flow, we find that life becomes less about struggle and more about alignment. Trust in the unfolding, Rumi says. The universe will always guide us, even when we cannot see the path. When we let go of our need to control every detail, we allow the divine to work through us, leading us towards the fulfillment of our highest potential. And so, dear traveler, as we come to the end of this journey, remember that time, fate, and choice are not separate from you. They are the very fabric of your existence, unfolding in ways both mysterious and beautiful. Trust in the present moment and know that every choice, every step, brings you closer to the truth of who you are. If you have found peace and wisdom in this journey through Rumi's teachings, if your heart has been touched by the eternal truth, I invite you to stay connected with us. If this journey has awakened something within you, a quiet reminder, if you enjoyed this inner voyage, please like and subscribe to our channel so you never miss another video. Your support helps us continue to bring more of these insights and reflections to you. Until next time, may the light of the universe guide your every step.